Here's the reality. 90% of women wouldn't date themselves if they were men. Women need to understand that the term "pick me" was created by low-value women to bully high-value women for having the traits that men want in them. These low-value women refuse to change their ways and only keep increasing their demands the more their value falls, which pushes them further and further away from healthy relationships. So they try to convince the good ones that being desirable to men is bad to level up the playing field and decrease competition. What they don't understand is that the alternative to not dating a good value woman isn't to date a low value woman. It's to not date at all. When men give advice, we tell men to avoid the mistakes we made on our youth so that they can progress further. When women give advice, they tell women to make the same mistakes as them so that they aren't alone. Dating isn't actually hard for women. Not finding Prince Charming, Chad, Christian Grey, Mr. Perfect, the 6'4" ripped billionaire, that's what these women are actually complaining about. For any of these women who are saying they can't find a man, you could show them a room with 100 men who are willing to go out with them, and women would weed out every single one of them within a few minutes. The lack of self-reflection with these women complaining about the same exact things that they used to do to men when younger is astounding. Funny how when you get treated the same, it's suddenly a horrible thing. This generation of young women deserve everything that's coming to them, and I can't wait to see them crying all over social media after they've wasted their prime years being unreasonably picky. The funniest part about this is, men are told what women like, and we all basically try our hardest to be great men. Maybe not for women, but typically men want to be high value. Men tell women what we like, and women literally try to force us to change what we like. When women feel lonely, they'll be crying all around social media for attention. While we, men, with the rise of social media and women having so many dating candidates, we are so used to feeling really lonely and with no one to share our feelings with. These girls are only experiencing a small part of it for the first time in their lives. Single young men are used to loneliness. Also, dating apps have spoiled women for choice. They are paralyzed by choice. Whoever they choose, no matter how good, social media has shown them so many options that they will always doubt their choice. Disney has sold them the princess story. They all believe there is some Prince Charming out there. Who is that prince though? Nobody knows, they don't even know. Feminism sells them the idea of being able to have it all. Boss babes and 10 tenths for all. When reality catches them around the age of 35 or 40, it's too late. Basically, failed women create their echo chambers on TikTok where they give horrible dating advice to other women that, surprise, surprise, eventually fail as well. Those women have become the latest round of failed women who give the exact same horrible dating advice they've got to other women, and so the vicious circle is being perpetuated to infinity. It's actually really sad when you think about it. It's Plato's cave allegory. What does it take for those women to finally wake up and snap out of it? Imagine if you were once an empowered young woman and you had guys falling at your feet and you enjoyed rejecting the 8s and 9s when you could, without a thought. But when time passes and the 6s and 7s are now not even interested unless you come with a meal deal and full benefits, it's a way overdue and a much-needed reality check. As long as a woman still has her looks, she has it easy and probably won't listen to advice. Once her looks start to go, reality is going to kick in, and it's going to be too late for her to listen. The only reason women believe the lies other women tell them is because believing a lie feels better than them hearing the truth. It all makes sense to them because they are led by their feelings. They actually believe that emotions don't lie. Make that make sense. Getting into a full-time relationship or getting married locks a man into a full-time emotional and physical prison, and the only way out is to walk away or divorce. I can tell you from experience that even if it seems hard or you're afraid to lose half your stuff, it's well worth it, so don't stay with her and the emotional and physical control she will have over you. Let yourself be free. It's all fun and games when I hear young modern women say they only take men seriously when he can offer good chemistry, good time in bed, and six figures in order for them to consider a guy for a relationship or even marriage above anything else. They just somehow know they'll be happy when they get to the wall single and childless. They egg each other on to engage with friends with benefits, but when someone challenges them to stop sleeping around and prioritize being more feminine and date for marriage, they get defensive and offended. This is the reality that awaits them after 35 because they think they can just treat men as disposable until modern men give them that same treatment right back. What these women don't want to acknowledge is that while these women were getting ran through in their 20s, most guys their age were being ignored. Now that those men have established themselves, they are seeking women who have far fewer bodies than women their same age. These women are mad that men are doing to them what these women were doing to men when they were still attractive. I have purposely avoided this type of woman since my divorce back in 2006, thinking that I could read the warning signs. I thought that the indicators of makeup, hair, clothes, coach purse, obsession with social media, the following of pop culture, and general shallowness would help me avoid the eventuality of hypergamy. I was wrong. Focusing on intellect, character, and a reluctance to follow along with trends, popular culture, and materialism yielded the same results in the end. They say men age like wine and women age like milk. Men age considerably more slowly than women do, and once they are in their mid to late 30s, they are more willing to date a variety of 20-something women. My single friends hold the majority of the cards and poker chips in the new dating game, but since I recently made many of them aware of MGTOW, they are giving up the game and focusing on finding their own happiness. Modern dating isn't what it used to be, and the hookup culture is killing it slowly. The truth is that dating in itself will never disappear, but it has come to a turning point where there are no second chances, meaning that it will never be what it was. Not in a Western world. And all the shaming and governmental meddling in men's affairs they are able to cough up can't change it. The dating market is and will be the sum of individual people's choices. And, on the presumption that we are talking about the hetero dating market, it requires the willing participation of both genders in voluntary transactions. Now at least half the participants, mostly men, have decided to leave the game, if not physically, so at least in spirit and the traditional sense of marriage, reproduction, and commitment. Meaning it's all over. Anything in the future will be just an empty shell of what it was. When a woman's default settings are being argumentative, hypocritical, and disagreeable, then men are definitely not going to pursue such a woman. Men want traditional relationships where the woman is nurturing, supportive, feminine, and above all else, loyal. You can't grow together if you're constantly working against each other, but good luck teaching these modern women that. It's better to just walk away from that type. Today, if you want to safeguard yourself from losing everything you built from scratch, just don't sign that contract. If you want a relationship, have a girlfriend, fine. But do not marry unless you literally want to screw yourself. It's gotten to a tipping point where we are playing a survival game where you only win by not getting involved with modern women. Love is a word so distorted by what they want for themselves that it's lost all meaning. When they can ruin your entire life off of a single false allegation that says how bad the times have changed. Invest in yourselves, boys, and walk away. Thanks for watching Man Reacts. Show us your love and support by liking this video, sharing it with your friends, and subscribing to the channel. And let us know your thoughts on this in the comments. We're always up for a healthy debate and discussion.